Um, my name is Matt. I'm an associate professor here in Trinity, and I have the honor and pleasure of being general chair for JCSG this year. So I just have a few preliminary remarks, sort of a few welcome slides here. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes. And then we can have if you have any questions, about this year's conference, we can sort of just practical stuff. We can talk a little bit about that, and then we can kick off the first session after that. Does that sound good? Great. So, as you know, the theme for this year's conference was serious games and serious stories. We do have some papers about stories, but we have a great diversity, already. So that's great too. But first of all, welcome to Trinity. I don't know if you've had a chance to look around the campus yet. I hope you will, and I know we will lead you up to the front of campus. We are now at the east end of campus, which is the science and technology end of campus, which unfortunately is not the nicest part of the campus. It's much prettier up at the west end of the campus. So you can see here what it looks like, especially if the weather's good. It's worth a visit. Trinity College Dublin is quite an old university by maybe not by all European standards, but we were founded in 1592 by Queen Elizabeth I. And we were sort of intended to be a third, university after Oxford and Cambridge, and sort of founded in the same sort of vein. So Trinity College is the only college as part of the University of Dublin. So our full name is much longer than that. But as you probably know, Oxford and Cambridge, there are many colleges, but we only have one, and it's Trinity College. But we are the University of Dublin. We're also the highest, I have to say this, otherwise university doesn't get me, so they say we are the highest ranked university in Ireland. Sorry, now I've said it, I'm not going to say it again. And we're also the oldest, obviously, so that's where we are. Our School of Computer Science and Statistics, is quite large. We have about 700 undergraduates, 480 postgraduates, and we have over 150 members of staff, including academic, professional, and support staff, and so on. Our school, which I promised my head of school to say also, that is also ranked #1 computer science in Ireland, and you see our other rankings there. And our school is very kindly sponsoring us, so they're giving us the space that we're using, this room and the room we're using for lunch and so on. They're giving us for free. Normally we have to, transfer money internally between different parts of the university. But we don't have to do that because our school is nice to us. So we're very happy and appreciate it very much. Here's a map. There's hard copies of this map if you don't have one yet out at registration. It's a really handy map to have. We are at the bubble that says academic talks. That's the Lloyd building. And this is where we're going to have all the academic sessions, and the keynotes are going to be here. And you already found registration, so that's here also. And then for lunch and coffee and posters and demos, we're going to walk over to the bubble right next to us, which is in the O'Reilly building. So basically, we go out the way you came in through this building, and then you take a right, and then there's a sort of long staircase up, and there's a little sign at the bottom of the staircase saying JCSG, demos and posters and things. And you just walk up those stairs and turn left at the top. But there's posters to guide you along the way, and that's where we have the lunch, coffee, and demos and posters over there. So if you have a demo that you're bringing or a poster, you get a chance to put that up there, in that space, in the first coffee break. Our first coffee break is, I think, is at 20 past 10. So we'll all walk over there, and you get to see the location there. And then we have for tonight we have the conference dinner and reception, which is over. You see at the nice end of the campus, sort of it's the little bubble nearly all the way over, not the most left bubble, but the next one to it, and it's in the room where our dining hall is. Unfortunately, JCSG is not big enough that we could use the entire dining hall because it holds 200 people. So they wouldn't give it to us. So we have the very nice restaurant that the university has called the 1592 also, so we have space. But space is super limited in that restaurant. They would only allow us 45 seats, so they couldn't really accommodate more seats there. So if you have in your badge, you have your dinner ticket, and you also have a Wi-Fi code, as you've mentioned. So if you want to use the college Wi-Fi, the guest Wi-Fi code is inside your badge. Then for tonight, also before the conference dinner, we have a concert, which is why I'm marked there. It's in the music department. They have a music recital hall. It's a classical concert with piano, but also with mixed reality performance. So it's a high-tech classical concert, which I think should be very, very interesting. And you're all very welcome. We've reserved seats there for all of you. So that's in that house up at the very front square of the college, House 5, as it's called there. So I marked it on the map there. I'd like to thank our trusty volunteers. Here they are. They're not in this room right now, but they're out of registration. They've been really great, and so far, please use them, to ask them questions. The students here, the students on the masters in interactive digital media, and they also designed this nice pull-up that you might have seen out of registration. So it's for us. So it's great to have them on board, and also Sam, that you've seen here, as volunteer coordinator, and Brianne, who's shooting video. I'm embarrassing Brianne here. Hi Brianne, wave at everyone. So thanks so much, you're great. Here at a glance, this year we received 57 submissions from 21 countries. We used peer review, single blind peer review process, 2.6 reviews per submission, which resulted in 18 full papers and 9 short papers. That we'll all be hearing presentations about, during the next 2 days. We also have 14 demos and posters, which I'm really looking forward to seeing as well, and they'll be over in the Ryan building. We have 6 sessions and 2 keynotes also, which I hope should provide an interesting program. As you can see, we have the usual printed proceedings by Springer, but I have no idea where they are. Springer promised to send them to us. They haven't arrived. I checked this morning. Hopefully they'll get here later today or tomorrow morning. Otherwise we'll post them out to you. There is a PDF, on the website. Maybe some of you can try the guest Wi-Fi and see if you can download the PDF from Springer on that link from our website, the JCSG 2023 website. If not, I'll give you a direct download link so we all have the PDF, because it's nice to have the PDF while you're attending the talk. So we'll do that very shortly. So yeah, we actually hit the deadlines with this, so I'm not sure why the shipping has gone wrong, but hopefully they'll be here very soon. These are the sessions, just as a brief overview. These are the topics that we'll be talking about. Obviously papers on many different topics, but we've grouped them under this. Also, just so you know who are the guilty faces of this year, this is my colleague Alberto Rojas Salazar and Stefan Goebel, that I'm sure you all know already. So we manage the programs this year, and we have the steering committee who've been very helpful also. I'm sure you know the steering committee as well, and here are all the reviewers. You'll find these again in the proceedings when they show up. I'd also like to say we have 2 wonderful keynotes for you. So we have Brenda Romero, is going to be here just a little bit later. I'll introduce her then. And we also have Hartmut Künitz, who's here, and will be giving tomorrow's keynote. So thanks so much to them for stepping up. The last thing I want to mention is the concert, which is a very special concert. It's the second in a series that we've been doing. It's sponsored by my spin-out company. I have a little serious game studio where we make serious games of various different topics for cultural engagement and for learning. And this is some work that we've been doing in the cultural engagement space. So it's a mixed reality concert, a performance with an Oculus Quest Pro and live piano and narration. So very unusual and interesting concert. One of our team members is a concert pianist and is really excellent. So if you're very welcome, and I hope many of you will attend. You'll see this is what it looks like. So basically superimposed magical objects on top of the real world. So that's it for now. Any questions? Okay, great. So I hope you enjoy the conference. Thank you very much. So I might as well kick off the first session now. We actually have a few minutes, but there's no harm in being a few minutes ahead. Oh, I should mention, by the way, I'm still looking for a couple of chairs for some of the sessions. So if you feel like sharing maybe the theoretical and design aspects, which is not the current session, which I'm going to chair, but the next one, then you're very welcome. And we have a few more tomorrow, so you can see where chair TBC. So the first talk we have is Open Game Data, a technical infrastructure for open science with educational games by David Gagnon and Rick Swanson. So if you want to come down.
Thank you.
So do you have HDMI on your?
Yeah, well, I know what it is.
Okay, great. So I should mention we have, for long papers, we have 20 minutes presentation, including Q&A. And for short papers, we have 15 minutes, including Q&A. And we have quite a strict program, so please don't go over time.
I love it when it works.